What's up, YouTube? It's the Console Samurai with Grown Ups Gaming. And for the last several months, dating all the way back to April, Konami and Hideo Kojima have been having a lot of issues. They've been butting heads quite a bit. All the way back to April, when we first heard that Kojima was removed from all his projects, and it came out that he was fired, but then it came out that he wasn't really fired because he actually was still under contract with Konami, just not working on anything. And then we had the PT demo, which was shut down, which also Kojima was working on. And it just kept going on and on. They removed his name from the name and logo from promotional material for Metal Gear Solid 5. And then they put it back, and then they removed it again, and they put it back. And it went back and forth for quite a while like that, all the way up until very recently, where even at the Game Awards just a few weeks ago, I think it was, Hideo Kojima was not allowed in. They blocked him at the door because Konami said, we don't want him in here. Now, I don't really know exactly why they said they don't want him in there. I know that a lot of game developers came out and said, that's not the way you treat people. That's not cool. Well, it turns out that yesterday was the final day of Kojima's contract with Konami. And Kojima announced yesterday that he was going to also start his own company. He was going to start his own game development company, and several members of Konami have left Konami to come with him and join him at the new company, Kojima Productions. And in addition to that, he also came out and gave us a little information, very little information, about the first game that he's going to be working on. We don't know much about what type of game it's going to be, but we do know that it is going to be a PS4 exclusive. Now, I have seen a lot of Xbox fans on the article, on several of the articles actually, complaining that, you know, why would you do this? Why would you not do a multi-plat right out of the gate? And it kind of does make sense to do one console. I think it does anyway, because it's got to be easier to just focus on one console, especially when you're fresh out of the gate. You're just starting out your brand new company, even though he has a history in the industry and probably has some pretty good connections. When you're just starting your company out, it makes sense to just focus on one platform. And the reason he chose PlayStation is very simple. Kojima has always had a very close working relationship with PlayStation because he has a lot of history with them. All the way back to the first Metal Gear Solid and the second Metal Gear Solid game, Sons of Liberty. The two were PlayStation exclusives, and PlayStation kind of helped him get get going in the industry, really, originally, when he was still with Konami. So it makes sense that now, when he's starting his own company, that him and PlayStation would once again team up. But again, we don't know much about it. We don't know what kind of game it's going to be. We don't know if it's going to be the same kind of thing as we've seen with Metal Gear Solid. Obviously a different name because Konami owns Metal Gear Solid's franchise. Doesn't mean Kojima can't come up with one that will rival it and, possibly beat it. Or, one thing I think could be very interesting, Kojima could be finishing PT. The PT demo was a huge hit on the PlayStation 4. People sold their PlayStation 4s that had this demo downloaded for thousands of dollars, which to me is just amazing. But if Konami, Konami already kind of shot themselves in the foot by doing all this to Kojima. But if Kojima is actually working on finishing Silent Hills, the PT demo was for that game. If he finishes that, that could be an amazing title for him to start off with. But again, right now we don't know anything about it. It's all just conjecture at this point. But what do you think? What do you think about Kojima kind of striking off on his own and starting his own game development company? Do you think that he's going to be able to strike gold again with either something that can compete with Metal Gear Solid or Silent Hills? Because to be honest, Silent Hill might not actually be able to be something he can work on, because that's probably also owned by Konami and he can't have that. But either way, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Once again, I am the Console Samurai, and I'll see you around.